Casey Ho fam, Namaste Mir Nam Professor Hey Absi Milker Hushiwe. How are you? I am well. I'm the professor, and I've been kind of working my way through the top 100 Bollywood films, and I came across a film called Kati Patang, and I watched it. I watched it twice, and at first I thought Kati Patang was going to be her name, but then I started Googling things about the film and who made it and whatnot. And I found out it meant cut kite. What you think about a kite, if you cut the string, it just takes off. That is a great analogy or a great description for this film. The kite that just took off. We see this woman living with her uncle. Her parents are gone. She's lived with her uncle. The uncle's trying to do the right thing within the culture. I'm going to marry my niece off. That way she's taken care of. We're fulfilling our duties. We're kind of falling into this, this caste system, this kind of arranged marriage thing. And she's not in love with the dude. She's not feeling it, yo. She feels it with another dude. And so she decides on her wedding day, cut kite, boom, peace out, I'm gone, I'm running away. I'm going to go be with my lover, and we're going to live happily ever. Oh, dang. He's with another chick. Oh, she's devastated. She's devastated. She goes home, kind of licking her wounds, only to find that her uncle's committed suicide because of the shame and the disgrace. From there, she decides that she's going to take off. She comes across a childhood friend. They hit it off. They're having a good time. They're talking. It very much takes on a Thelma and Louise feel to the film. It really does. And then we have the train accident. And we have the promise, the pleading. You got to assume my identity to take care of my child. And so she does. She decides that she's going to. There's papers blowing back there. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but anyways, maybe there's a ghost in here. And she's going to assume the identity, right? And then the film continues on with the story. I don't want to give it away. You can go check out the film and see it. But one of the things that I have to say. That I liked about this film is this 1971 was the film 1971 to deal with this topic of arranged marriage and suicide, and I thought was very avant-garde. I thought it was very progressive for India. And one of the things that I really like about the Indian film industry is well, there's numerous things. And me and the Warrior Queen were talking about this earlier yesterday. Is number one, they're typically wholesome. I can't think of any. Maybe I've seen one film where there was nudity in it, but typically it's wholesome. A lot of things are implied. But I like the fact that there's a film like this that's going to try to challenge the system. That's going to try to hold something up and say, look at how we treat our women. Look at our culture. Look at what's done. Look at how this thing advances. In really, boy, I think it was a brave film. I think it really was a brave film. I thought the performance was good. I enjoyed the performance of Madhavi, the character Madhavi. I thought she brought some real conviction to the role. I thought she did a good job kind of conveying the hurt and desperation of the situation that she's found herself into. And I think this film kind of challenges. I love these films that kind of challenge the old world versus new world and kind of show you the struggle within India. Do you hold on to the traditional values of things, or do you kind of embrace the West? And I enjoy that tension in watching these people make these decisions. Now, I know my channel isn't super popular with a lot of Indians, and I think it's the people that I tend to hear the most from that really enjoy my channel tend to be in two camps of Indians. Two camps. Number one, they're dark-skinned. I tend to poo-poo the Hindi whitewashing of films, and I don't think that makes me popular than with most of India. And number two, they're traditional Hindus. I really like the family values of things, and I think some of the younger Indians want to be more progressive and be like America and, whatever. And I like these films that kind of go between the two extremes, that kind of go between, you know, here's our tradition, here's the pull of you know, the West indirectly, you know, women having this idea of choosing where they marry and not marry, and it was compelling. It was a really compelling film. I enjoyed it, and I have to say that, you know, my sensibilities have changed as I started watching these the top 100 Bollywood films, and I can't think of very many other Americans that are so pro-India. I really can't. You know, Jabby does a lot of work on his channel, kind of going through films and having people on. You know, the Bollyfools have done a lot of work, but they kind of break off into some Pakistani stuff, and I don't do that. But these films are really, they're a lot of fun. They're really well done. Even for a period film. I mean, it would be hard to go back and watch something from 1971 in America, because you're like, it was good. It was good. It was a good film. And I would encourage you, like, I think if I were to speak to my other contemporaries on YouTube who kind of go through and watch the Bollywood trailers and do this, you know, I think there are basically two types. There are people who are just doing it, trying to get subscribers and views and make money and all that stuff. And I'm not condemning them, you know, for doing that with their channel. But there are people who are trying to understand the culture. I would encourage you to watch as many films as you can. There's a saying, the more you see, the more you know. And I got to tell you, man, India, you would crack up if you heard some of the stuff that goes on in that couch back over there when we're watching films. When we were watching Dangal, and they made a reference to Sholay, and I wasn't. I've seen Dangal a couple times, so I wasn't paying attention to the scene. I was looking down at my phone. I had a text come in, and they make a reference to, like, oh, he's like that no-armed dude from Sholay. My wife started busting up, and I said, what is it? She said they just made a Sholay reference, the no-armed guy. And I thought, wow, this is awesome. And something happened last night. I forgot what it was that she made a reference to, like a Bollywood film, and I was like, nice. Yes, nice. Advancing Bollywood. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I got a video coming up, a couple more Indian videos coming up that we're going to tape. One on Saho, gentleman, and the terrorism attack. We're going to get to that today. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and you know, I appreciate your support. I really do. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.